In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Well, welcome back, viewers, to another pointless automotive
Did you
podcast
say viewers?
and listeners. We
Oh,
do encourage
that
folks
too.
to jump on the YouTube, my friend. We do put every single episode on there so you can see us, especially our last episode you should check out because we were in the field again, which was super fun. So if you
Literally.
haven't watched that one yet, please check it out. We put a lot of production value into that, and there's some kind of weird animal scurrying about. So there's a lot of action going on there.
Yeah, weird animal, weird people. It's good.
Yeah, background noise. It was fantastic. So, Frank, how are you doing this evening?
Good. I'm doing good. And I was clarifying viewers because it kind of sounded like you said Führers, and I wanted to make sure that we were not inviting them to our party.
There was only one true. So,
Vader?
Yes,
Lord Vader?
Sure. Way to Disney that up. Bush Light, brought to you by Frank left in my
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. I think I also
Oh,
left
God.
the hard Arizona iced teas in there.
How much
So-
seltzer can you get into a light beer? Jesus, Bush.
Hey, okay.
Ooh, this is not my
Everyone
Smooth
loves
Miller.
everyone loves a little bit of Bush.
That's a lot of Bush right there.
Speaking of, no, I don't
Nope.
I don't know. What are we here to do?
Let's do.
What the hell are we here to
Let's
do?
do a proper segue. A cooler is kind of a bucket, like if you have an ice bucket, right? So,
Challenging.
bucket lists. I love how everyone has their bucket list of cars. We can sit here and say Ferrari F430. We can say fun things like that. But I have a realistic bucket list of cars I want to own, Frank, and
Yeah.
it's realistic because of price point. It's realistic because of attainability. That's where I'm
Sure.
at today. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like, I kind of have a feeling some of the cars that might show up on your list, but I'm curious. I'm curious to what you said or would say
Yeah.
in such a thing. I'm pretending you have notes. But I think
I do, dare I say, have like a
Good
very
Lord.
small piece of notes, which is like probably 60 total characters.
okay. Hey, we'll start there, man. I like
Um,
it.
And I'm trying to like, it's funny because I want to approach this, and I'm curious on how you approach this because it's one can twist and wring out this definition. But the way I
Mm.
think about it is like cars that I desperately want to own
Yeah.
before I die. And
Oh,
the bucket list before I kick the
that
bucket.
would be it. Yep.
And some of them are more aspirational than others, but absolutely something that's like totally doable
Sure.
if I set my mind to it. Um, and so, some of these are going to be, and it's interesting is I'm trying to, I tried to like not talk about the same shit we always talk about
Sure.
because there's a lot of cars that like people to the point where like if there's any like avid listeners, they can probably write these lists out on our behalf.
Right.
Um, so I tried to pick some that maybe I don't talk about so much because honestly, there's so many damn cars I'd love to own before we die, and
Yeah.
we're a package deal, like we're gonna go out of this shit together. Um, but
I have a list of 5 cars if that helps
Okay.
you, Eddie.
I
Just
have five typed out, but I have some other ones bouncing around in my head that
Okay.
I want to have in here. I'm gonna lead off with,
Ooh.
I'm gonna lead off with a car that I have talked about a little bit in the past. I need to before I die own a supercharged first generation MR2
Oh,
AW11
good one. Good one.
supercharged. Is it the fastest car? No.
Mm-mm.
Is it the most exotic? Is it the most aspirational?
Also, no.
None of those things. But it might be one of the most like riotous, fun,
Mm-hmm.
like hyper 80s in ethos and aesthetic
Yeah.
cars. And I love cars of that era. I really need to, maybe not forever, right? I'm not going to buy one and have it become my coffin unless I make a terrible mistake behind the wheel of it. But what I'm saying is, like, if I have one for a year or two or a summer or something, like,
Yeah.
I have to. I've never driven one,
Okay.
but I kind of need to have one in my stable. Like, I really, really, really want to have one. And for a long time, they were
Dude.
very attainable.
Mm-hmm.
Far less attainable now. They are out there, but they're kind of spendy for what they are.
Really spendy, yeah.
Um, but it
God,
makes
I
great supercharged noises.
I feel
They
like
look so cool.
8K could have scored you a really nice one all day.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a low production number car because I don't believe they even made a lot of those. So, oh God, they're cool. Yeah, that's a good one,
Yeah.
dude. That one didn't even cross my mind. That's an excellent pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's
What are you gonna be like 15K into a decent one now? Probably.
yeah, for a decent one, I'd like to get a decent plus car. I don't need it to be like in the wrapper, like hyper low mile. In fact, I
Oh,
don't want that. But if I can get a very clean, well maintained 110,000 mile example,
oh, that'd be gorgeous.
two-tone light blue, dark blue over blue leather, ideally. But that
Most of the
car, beggars can't be choosers, right?
yeah,
Like,
most of
give
the
me
interior is
really
still
any.
intact. We'll take that as a win.
Yeah, really give me any color combo.
Hmm.
There's a shocking number of automatics in those.
Yeah, maybe because it was a
Um,
more expensive trim. Remember how they used to do that with
yeah,
the you get the more expensive transmission option.
yeah, and it had a little like because of the supercharger, it actually gave that motor a little bit of torque, so I could see how it would be like not a complete penalty trap, like penalty box
Mm.
with the auto compared to an NA car. But yeah, give
Dude,
me one.
that's a great fucking car, dude. I would love to pilot one of those. How fun would that be on a rally? Kind of
Oh, the
perfect,
most
right?
fun.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
kind of
like that
almost
is the
perfect.
environment for that car.
Ooh.
The only caveat is if something you need to do some roadside repairs. It's kind of a pain in the ass car to work on.
Yeah, I would polish that thing up and make sure I do everything first. Sticky tires, good brakes. That could be a wild ride,
It'd be
man.
it'd be it'd be
Ooh.
fabulously fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. Good one, man. This one's kind of we've talked about this one before, and it's been on my list way too long. An FDRX7, like
It's on
actually
my list.
scoring a driver. I don't want a low mileage one. I don't care to have that because I'm going to put mileage on it. Um, it's not too precious yet. You're probably paying what? 35 would get you a rougher driver right now in
Yeah,
today's
40
market.
gets you a pretty good car.
Pretty good car, but not like it's not going to be like a concourse car or like a
No.
show car or anything. But be a good driver. But 35 is probably the bottom, the floor right now on those.
Yeah,
I
power
think
bottom.
they're awesome, dude. These things all day, 8K, uh, a little more than 10 years ago, but these things were
Oof. Did they ever?
everywhere.
I don't know if they ever got to
Yes,
eight.
Dude, I trust me.
I
I
don't
test
know.
drove at least two, well, right around that price point. One was 8, one was 9. This was a while. This is like 2013, 2012. So we're talking 10, closer
Boy,
to 15 years ago.
man, I don't know.
I promise you. And I passed because the $8,000 one was fucking horrible. And the
Sure.
9,001 was nice. What was the issue with that? It was blowing smoke when I was driving it. So that probably an
Yeah.
apex seal was in the near future. So I
Hit the
passed on
apex
that.
dog. Yeah.
What did I buy? I bought something fun after that. I can't remember. Anyway, when I was really into those,
A
and
real
now they're
doll?
yeah, the timeout doll. Um,
Timeout. Oh, that's a
oh God.
crossover that we didn't know we needed.
We should have snagged
The
a
Boomer
photo.
Car Show timeout doll meets real doll.
Why didn't I take a shot of that by the way? And just I don't know. I should have snagged the doll and put it in your tent that night to scare the shit out of you, like or put it right at the door when you get up in the
I
morning.
do. By the way, what Chadwick is referencing is we did manage to find ourselves in the middle of a traditional OG
Yeah.
lowrider show in San Juan Bautista, California, over the weekend, and lo and behold, there was an all camouflage clad little timeout doll like leaning up against a lowrider, which was interesting. It made it look like a tiny Che Guevara or something.
It was so
Um,
bad.
yeah.
And Frank has like this really serious fear of these things. So I was gonna play upon that
It's
fear.
it's one of the most baffling things in the automotive world is the
It's
timeout doll.
weird. It's fucking weird.
Mhm.
But
That's why
anyway,
somebody needs to make one with a fleshlight inside, just to finally put an end to the curse.
oh
That's
God.
the only way out is in, if you will.
Also that $9,000 one was
Mhm.
totally open, like hot air intake and wide open, no cats, exhaust, no muffler. And
Tight.
it was
HKS Mega Dirt
so
Flow.
fucking loud, dude. But
I bet.
Yeah. Great cars. If yeah, I think you've driven one of those, haven't you?
I've never driven one.
Oh my God.
I've driven
So,
an FB and an FC. I've never
okay.
driven an FD.
I find the FD to be like super tossable. It's super good out of the box even. I thought they were the size is right. It feels like a
Yeah.
very tight, it kind of shrinks around when you drive hard. I love them. I think they're one of the most beautiful cars ever made. I think they're like a super good looking
Yes.
car and they came in a lot of fun colors. So it's on my list. I'm not happy that I'm spending 35K for one. But if I'm getting one, I preferably want a completely stock example, even if it's got some mileage on it, a little bit of wear and tear. I just kind of want it to be as stock as you can get, which is doable. You still see them because
Yeah.
they're not
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm good with like reliability mods, but
Mhm.
other than that, I want it stock as stock as possible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's interesting like if you look at all the, the golden era Japanese superhero Godzilla cars, I still think it is maybe the best buy out of all of those cars.
No way, dude.
Um,
I got the real Best Buy on my list, but we'll
I mean,
save that.
I'll entertain a Z32 twin turbo as being
Oh,
also a good buy.
that wasn't my car.
Um,
That was a good guess, though.
sure. Um, but as far as performance mixed with just jaw dropping, he tries to say
draw,
levels of
draw,
draw
dropping.
dropping. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
chewing on someone's drawers.
exactly. Drawer jerking. The the RX-7 is just so good, and I think the only reason its values are what they are is because everyone's afraid of maintenance and reliability headaches.
Yeah, wankling
But if we're
off.
right, but if we're being honest with ourselves, all of the cars of this era are 30 plus years old at this point.
Yeah, and require maintenance.
So they're
Hmm.
all quote unquote maintenance
Yep.
heavy at this point. And like, oh, they had poor fuel economy. Do you care at this point down the road? No,
Which
I
one
don't.
did? Like the 300ZX, mine drank fuel.
Sure,
3000 GT VR4 absolutely drinks fuel. NSX
sure.
drinks fuel. It's
Hmm.
like
NSX is probably the best out of those, but like,
it depends how
yeah,
you
but
what RPM you shift at, but yeah.
right. But I mean, like, those rotaries are like thirsty to another
Oh,
degree.
absolutely.
So, but I mean, at this point, like the rubs against that car, like, are also all for the most part in play on all the other cars, right? How finding an unruined Mark IV Supra is very difficult and very expensive. 3000 GT was never this like bastion of reliability. NSX prices are insane, and
Stupid.
they
Yeah.
all need their maintenance and things at this point,
Hmm.
anyways. Um, Z32, similar story, except that car's harder and shittier to work on.
Hmm.
Um, so I think at this point, with how iconic that car is, the low production numbers, they only made them for a few years here stateside, and just how shockingly unrealistically pretty those cars are. I think it's the best buy of that group by a
Yeah,
long shot.
I think it's a great one. On my list, we'll get into it in just a second here,
Hmm.
um, because it is on my bucket list. But I think so. The E36 M3, which isn't on my list, but it's a similar situation to the FDRX7. They were good for so long. The
Hmm.
E46 came out. E36 prices like fucking bottomed out, right?
Yeah,
Remember how cheap you could get an
those were
E36?
those were $7,000 to $8,000 all day long for like a not pile of garbage.
Because what we did is say, oh my God, we have the neutered US motor. We don't have the European spec motor. We're missing 100 horsepower. Come to find out that under stress motor tended to be pretty fucking reliable. And it was still
Yep.
an excellent chassis to be mounted to. So the E36 eventually did this. FDRX 7s, rotary reliability, all those kind of issues, took it down real low. And now it's back up because, to your point exactly, all these special sports cars from this period need maintenance. It's like, and folks are realizing that when that realization comes home, that's why we're seeing these prices going up. They're never going to come down again. Like you're never going to get a RX-7 FD cheaper than you can right now. I promise that. I don't, that car will
Yeah.
never go down again.
Yeah, and
Promise.
it's the only thing I would have said that could have combated that is if this was a few years ago and 25-year rule, trying to import when it was difficult, like, okay. And
Hmm.
then, well, the price is going to drop when you can get all these JDM ones. And it didn't happen.
No,
And so, yeah, they're going to drop eventually, but it's going to be when you and I are both in the grave,
sure.
and it'll be similar to like what's happening now with like 30s shit,
Yeah.
20s,
Yeah.
like brass era shit, where like anyone who cares is dead. We got a long ways before that's going to happen. So, yeah, I agree. I think the time to buy one was yesterday.
Hmm.
Next to that, it's now.
Yep.
I just need to. I don't want to say rob a bank because that's being dramatic. This is a $40,000 car we're talking about here. We're not talking about a $240,000 car.
Not chump change,
I
though,
just
for
need,
sure.
yeah, not for idiots like us, right? Where like we wring our hands about a $4,000 purchase, um, and making sure it's got to be a good buy, and it's
Hmm.
like, boy, I got to have an escape plan. I got to be able to get my money back out plus some on the other side, and
Right.
because that's just how the cloth we're cut from. So
Hmm.
really, all of these cars that we're talking about, um, it's funny for us, they're the attainable holy grail cars. For a lot of people in the car community, anyways, not a lot of people because frankly, there's a lot of people that have no money. But like
X.
for a lot of people in the car community, you know, me saying like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend 20 grand on a supercharged MR2. They're like, what? Just pull it out of your couch, and that's not me.
Your casting
Although
couch might have that kind of
the
change.
casting couch, yeah, but they're like stuck now in the
It's worth it.
cushions. And who knows? Maybe I'll find that money in the spare tire well of a car donation car. Who knows?
Would you
Um,
would you go on the casting couch for an FDRX7, like a really nice one,
ooh,
like a $60,000 one, like a really? How about one?
um,
Here you go. Stock,
yes.
the color you want, the interior you want. 9 out of 10 on exterior and interior. 90,000 miles.
I like how like you could have been like you could have said it was just like the perfect one, totally sorted, like 100% perfect.
No,
And
I
I
want
would
to.
have been like, boy, I don't know. Let me think about this quote unquote casting couch dilemma. And you're like, no, let me give you like a totally mid car.
No, because I'm describing the one I have for you if you hop on this couch. No,
Oh
it's.
boy. It greatly depends on who's on the couch.
I wish I would have detailed the sex act in such graphic detail as I did the
Yes, you
car.
gotta pay. That's the
Uh,
After Dark episode. So that's for
uh,
Patreon members only.
yeah, sign up for
Gets to
that, guys.
gets to watch and scratch and sniff the casting couch.
No, great car. Did you have, I mean, we are on RX-7 for like 15 minutes here. Did you
That's
have
fine,
a,
it's worth it.
yeah, it is totally worth it. Do you have another bucket list car you want to share with us?
Yeah, let me skew
Mm.
extra attainable.
Okay.
I really, really, really want to. Okay, so there's two different cars on
Mm.
my list. One, and we can talk about it or not. We went a little long on RX-7, but one car that's on my list is a Mark III Supra Turbo.
Very nice.
Mark IV is beyond the land of attainability right
Yep.
now. I don't know what needs to happen for those cars to crater. I don't know.
Nothing.
Maybe
Won't
Vin
happen.
Diesel needs to be tied to
Oh,
Epstein or something, and then all of a sudden the whole Fast and Furious franchise and everything attached to it becomes vilified. I don't know, but that's not going to happen. So the next closest thing is going to be Mark III Supra Turbo. I've always wanted one. I've
great
never
car.
driven one. Um, but what I'm afraid of with that car and why I'm a little resident, uh, re I can't talk today.
Reticent?
Thank you. Why I'm a little
Yep.
the words don't work today.
We got you.
Reticent
Ooh.
to really prop it up on my list a lot is the more I drive various cars, whether it be for work or for fun or profit, um, the more I really truly come to appreciate really lightweight cars.
Yeah, that's not
That's
it.
why I think an FDRX7, I could buy one without ever having driven one, and I feel like it would feel special. It would feel good. I would have no regrets
Hmm.
until it shits the bed, and then I'd
You
be full of
fucking
regrets.
with your newfound love for lightweight, you need to
Yeah.
get yourself a Miata, dude.
Um,
You
I've driven a
do.
bunch of
Yeah, but you
Miatas.
need to own one. So the thought that you can have a sports car in your garage that you drive
Mhm.
every 2 months, you don't do anything to it. You run
True.
out there, turn the key, beat the living shit out of it, and put it
Yeah.
away.
Well, I've got the S2000.
It's different,
It
Frank.
is different. I've driven them. They're
So
far more playful and soft
lighter too. About a
and
half a ton, a
yeah,
half a
lighter,
thousand,
especially yeah,
500
especially like an
pounds, 600
NA.
pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely lighter, less substantial
Hmm.
for good and bad.
Hmm.
But reticent. I'm a little reticent of really doing the Mark III Supra thing. So the exact opposite of that car is one that we've talked about a bunch, and I really, really want even more, which would absolutely melt my brain if I
Hmm.
went back and was having this conversation with like 18-year-old me,
Yeah.
is that I would prefer instead of a Mark III Supra Turbo, I would prefer tracking down a Swift GTI.
Yeah.
I
Hard.
really do. After
Ugh.
my Sprint Turbo ownership, which I still own,
Hmm.
but after having owned that car and just how there's nothing to it, and then I go and I forget about it, and then I go drive it, and I just smile. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
so dumb. Like this is to think about that, except instead of the Turbo 3, it's marginally probably heavier. It's maybe 100 pounds heavier than my car.
Maybe. Yeah. 1 to 150 probably.
Um, but instead has what, a 7,500 RPM
Hmm.
twin cam four cylinder with 100 horsepower. So that's
100
a
ponies.
40% increase.
Yep.
Um, that sounds really, 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 really interesting, and something I have like finding one's the hard part, as you and I
Hmm.
both know. Golly, I want one. I really, really, really want to. I need to own one of those for a little bit before my bucket gets kicked.
Yeah, I had a plan, an LA family trip plan, just so I could go look at one. That's how much I was into it 3 years ago. And the deal fell through because I asked for some basic photos, and the photos that came back were very scary. So,
Hmm.
yeah, it was way
Yeah, you
more
said it had like a
modified.
swapped cluster or something like
Yeah,
that.
dude, the cluster didn't it wasn't right. It was out of a regular because you could tell like the RPMs were like 6,500. I was like, that's
Yeah.
not right. And then the more I dug in, it fell apart. But it was down in LA, and there was a lot of shady stuff that goes through there. But yeah, dude, I think Sprint GTI later Sprint GTs are fucking. They're not on my bucket list on this
Or
particular
Swift. I'm
example.
sorry, I do the
Sorry,
Sprint
I
thing all
do
the
the
time.
same
Yeah.
deal, right? But I would love one. I would absolutely love one. Great looking car too. I love boxy hot hatches. So. I'm with you
Yeah,
on that
and
one, bro.
it's such a deep if you know you know car.
Uh-huh.
And I really like if you know cars, right?
Same.
Like
Yep.
there's a difference between like my Barracuda is a very un if you know it is an if you know car,
Hmm.
but it draws a lot of attention from just people who have know nothing about cars.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my God, what is that? Oh, that thing is so cool!" And wow, like, and then the people that do know, they're like, "Holy shit, I haven't seen one of those in a long time." Like, "Hey, man, nice Barracuda, whatever." The Swift GTI or GT, if you want to bow down to the
V-Dub.
Volkswagen, um, is a deep if you know car. You could
Oh,
have the nicest example of one and pull into a gas station, and nobody will look at that car twice
nope.
unless they know. And if they know, they're like, "Holy shit."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
so, and I kind of like that. That's
Yeah.
that's what I want. The Galant VR4 is similar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Car guys know that one. I got one here that's not a deep cut by any stretch of it, and it's kind of because my son wants one. A early Dodge Viper.
Viper, yeah.
Oh,
Any
just for
any
the
like 9-year-old
fuck.
boy, of course, is gonna be like,
But
"Dad, can we get a Viper?"
I think we know
God damn it.
my
The answer
my
is yes, but like when?
yeah, that's the problem, right? So my maturity level is I want a fucking Dodge Viper too, because
Mhm.
talk about like the most unmanageable machine that just wants to kill you all the time. And I want that. I want an early one. I like that it doesn't have a roof. I love that it doesn't have
Yeah.
windows. I love that it doesn't have door handles. I love that the badge looks like it has snake skin in the background. I fucking fuck me,
Hmm.
dude. Charles Shelby had
We
his
have to.
dick in that project, and I fucking love it, dude. I think an early Dodge Viper would be so cool. All day, 30K, not too long ago. Now around 40 for a good
Yeah,
example. You can find
yeah,
them
with
lower than that,
some
but
miles,
they can be
but
a
they're
little
pretty
rough.
reliable as long as they haven't been wrecked 7 times. I
Yeah.
think that's the most difficult part on those cars. Um, and what I wonder with those
Hmm.
is I agree. I don't have that on my list, but I should.
Yeah, how fun.
I've never driven a Viper.
I've ridden
I'd love
I've ridden
to.
in one, never driven one.
Yeah. I'd love to, especially an early one. Um, Gosh, they're so cool, but I do wonder like what the fatigue level is on that with ownership. Not because of like maintenance,
Hmm.
but just especially an early one because they are so wildly impractical,
I love it. I fucking
which
love
is
it though.
insanely. It's like it really adds a lot of cool points to
Makes
that
it
car,
special. Makes it so
and it makes
and the
it
car's
special.
special, right? Like
Absolutely.
it's a V10 powered homage to the Cobra, Shelby Cobra, and it's just so pissed all the time, right? And I love
Yeah.
that. I just love I don't know. I would love to just cruise with that and just know that under my right foot, one quick stab away from going sideways and fucking taking out an entire
Yeah.
city block. I just there's something
Yeah.
they just it's so good. The styling is so good. The side exhaust and even with its like foibles and concerns, I think it's such an interesting vehicle.
I
It's
don't. It is. I. It's such like a weird. Weird's not the right term, but I'm going to use it. It's such like a weird like cultural touchstone, if you will, because it's
it
like
is, yeah.
it's so hyper masculine
Hmm.
and like weirdly patriotic in a way, and just unhinged. Where I think for a period of time when that car was new,
Hmm.
it was cool, but the person inside was 100% a prick.
Who?
There's
Yeah.
no way. And I don't I think we're far enough removed from that.
Hmm.
And it's been like this for a while, honestly,
Yes.
that we're
Yep.
far enough removed from that where they're just cool. But I think I still have a little personal hang up where like I still don't know, and this is a me problem. This is not a problem with the car.
Here we
This is a
go.
me problem where I'm like, I don't know if I'm cool enough for this fucking car.
Dude, you don't that's the problem. Like if you're terribly uncool, it's going to be even more of a dynamic situation
For
when you're
sure.
driving a
For
bike. It's
sure.
like you get in there
Totally.
after work like fucking, dressed up, just a fat pair of like 11s out of the fucking work parking lot like you don't give a fuck. I don't know, man. There's something I love like you said
They're
unhinged.
super cool.
Oh, infinitely cool. It just like the history's cool. Everything about the car. Like that car would not get made today. And for that, I fucking love it. I
Or
love the
if it
shit out
would
of
get
it.
made
So,
today, it'd have like
oh,
um I don't know, it'd have some exotic material in interior, and
hybrid
it wouldn't
turbo
be
power
as big
plant.
of a ship box as it is, and it would be, whatever, starting at $485,000.
Right. And the fact that you can scoop one for 40 is fucking hilarious to me. Like it's like an American exotic. I love it. I love everything about it.
Question
Hmm.
on the we won't do the kill part, but like the marry fuck kill
Mm.
thing question that everyone loves so much. Ignoring the kill part of the equation, RX-7 and Viper, they're roughly the same cost
Oh.
for a good one. Which one are you engaging in consensual intercourse with, and which one are you buying a ring for and marrying and keeping forever?
I'm marrying the RX-7 because I respect handling prowess and
Sure.
um, the driving dynamics are infinitely better. But the Viper will probably fuck me. So I'm gonna go
This
out
is
on that
true.
date.
You will get pegged
Yeah,
by
you
by
got
Viper.
a Viper. Viper doesn't even want to hold hands; it just wants to fuck, dude. So
Yeah,
I'm good. I think that's you feeling the same? Fucking a
absolutely.
Viper? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I will
Oh,
definitely get my insides glazed by the Dodge Viper.
killer.
And I will have a so many long walks on the beach, like collecting seashells, holding hands in
With a
my late
beautiful FD.
retirement
Yep.
with my best FD by my side.
Could you
You know,
you could get them both in that kind of bluish green that they offer? That would be fucking a killer side
yeah.
by side garage, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yes. Um,
ooh. That's a fun garage.
Boy.
That would be a fun fucking garage. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Dodge bike. They're infinitely cool. I'll get one someday. Promise.
Yeah,
Um,
real
what do you
quick,
what do you got?
because I
What do
know
you got?
we're running out of time. I'm just gonna drop in
Mhm.
the concept again for the real heads that listen to the pod. This is no, I'm not revealing anything new here. I still would love to own a DB7 coupe.
Yeah, manual.
DB7
Yep.
V12 manual. So give me the DB7 V12 Vantage manual. There we go. That's what again, that's another
Good
like
one.
35 to $40,000 car for a good one.
So much, so
Um,
much, so much metal for the price, right? It's a good
Yes,
fucking. It's a
yeah.
lot of car
You
for that
know,
price
it
point.
can break your heart in a couple of ways if some
Sure.
things go sideways mechanically. But like, I think that motor's pretty stout. The transmission's just a T56.
Hmm.
Um, it shares some other bits and bobs with like Jag XJS
Sure.
and
Some Ford stuff in
um,
there.
yeah, yeah. If you're getting coils and stuff like that. But yeah, I would it just so deeply pretty. Sounds good. It'll
Absolutely
always
beautiful.
sound great. It'll always look great. They drive better than you think.
Hmm.
Um, again, it's not a lightweight, you know,
Is that
tossable fun
car?
thing.
Would that car be the offspring of a Viper and an RX-7 in driving dynamics? It
Oh,
kind of is,
sort of, and kind of
right?
in looks,
Yeah, a
right?
little
Like
bit of
it's
an attitude, right?
yeah.
Ooh,
Hmm.
we should
Three
do a little
car three
family
car
tree.
solution.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
what a
If
three
you
car
if you
garage.
just hate your kids and like
Oh,
don't want them to take them anywhere.
yeah, I love
Um,
this. I
yeah,
do have
yeah.
I have
Multinational too.
I have three. The last three I'll do. I guess I had more than five. I'll do three just quick mentions. These are
Sure.
all under $10,000. And these will happen. I promise you
Hmm.
that. A spicy Saab. So I'm
Yeah.
looking at 93X turbos, and I'd love a manual wagon.
Hmm.
You know which one I'm talking about, right? The
Yeah.
Turbo X, um, which is pretty cool. 1 year only, 2008. I would also take a really nice Vigan, a sorted Vigan. I love that
Like a
electric blue
93
pearl.
Vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
9.3 Vigan. And then also, I'll just take a regular, I like the 9.3s, the generation after that, Arrow with a 5 speed.
All right.
I,
You're
I
going
lo-
late. You're going late, Sob.
yeah, I like those ones, man. I like every one of those. A quad four power GM, preferably with a
Yeah.
manual on my
Yeah.
list. We all know that, whether it be an
Hmm.
Olds or a Pontiac, I don't give a fuck. I do want a manual, which is the actual quad four, already hard. Manual quad four, fucking
Yeah.
very hard. And
Quite difficult.
lately, dude, third gen Camaro.
Oh, okay.
Manual V8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, baby.
You got any special like trimmer?
You know,
Any?
the IROCs are like 98% automatic, so those are harder. I'd love an
Yeah.
IROC manual.
Especially the 5.7s. A lot of the autos are 305s, which
305s,
are
yeah.
okay, but
Yeah, I wouldn't kick a 305 manual out of bed if I got a
yeah.
good deal on it, like a
Yeah. Like it,
$6,000
yeah.
manual
TPI.
305.
Hmm.
Yeah, gotta love that stuff. But yeah, that's it. I think those cars are fucking everyone I just named under 10K all day.
Yeah.
I want them.
Let me do a couple of quick honorable mentions then. I'd still love like a series two Esprit.
Ooh, yeah, yep,
Um, certainly over 10 grand.
yeah,
We're playing in that 30 to 40 ballpark range for a decent driver, and that's with the knowledge that none of them are decent drivers. They're all ruined. Um, but that's
oh,
part of the deal. It's one of the best kit cars ever made. Um, the other one, bear with me,
dear.
AMC Pacer.
Oh, really?
AMC Pacer.
On
I'm
your
floating that out
bucket
there for
list?
I've shopped them before. I talked with you off the air earlier today about one that may or may not be
Ooh,
available to come into our collective lives here on the podcast.
God
So,
damn it.
but I have genuinely always been looking at one because they're such an iconic goofball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're so whimsical. Are they good to drive? No, but they're cheap. They're
Yeah,
attainable. You take that to any automotive event or not automotive event. You take it
sure.
any place, and people are like, "Whoa!" Like the fishbowl, it's here.
Yeah.
And let alone the Wayne's World tie-ins. So, just floating that out there, putting that into the ether.
God.
Getting the vibes.
Way too much. Way too much.
But yeah, that's they're attainable. We should attain them.
Yeah, let us know if you are watching this on YouTube. Throw some comments down there what your top
Yes.
bucket list attainable bucket list cars are. If we missed
Yeah.
anything obvious that you think we should have had on our lists, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and I don't want people to come in and be like, the Gallardo is actually attainable now. It's like not
You know
really our
the
type of hype, to the point where like I felt guilty talking about like FDRX7 at like a
same.
$40,000 price point, right?
Yeah.
That's just kind of that might be about the mental cap that I have
Yeah. Yeah.
in this economy. Um, to like if I was going to be spending money on a car, and
Mhm.
even then I would feel like I need to sell off 4 or so cars in order to do that, and
100%. Yeah.
then I'd be wringing my hands about garage space and this and that, and so
Mhm.
yeah, that's as much of a challenge here as finding one and buying one. So
With you on that one. Cool.
oh
Let's
boy,
transition to our automotive print ad
oh
quiz. I'm gonna pull up a nasty little ad. It's actually pretty
gross,
easy. It's just a fun card that I can't believe we haven't done yet.
oh
If you
wow,
could explain to the wonderful listeners, Frank, what we're about to journey together
okay,
doing.
we will journey together hand in hand like me with an RX-7 on a beach. Um, it's our print ad quiz game.
Ooh.
Yay! So the way this works is in today's thrilling, rousing edition, he is going to read the type copy from an advertisement from the 80s, 90s to the mid 2000s, pulled from some sort of print publication, and it's an ad for a car or truck. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
He's going to read that type copy. I then have 10 minutes and 3 guesses to just based on the type copy and the loose description of the artwork within to try and figure out what kind of car we are talking about. That's how this works. Please play along at home. Yell at your listening or watching device. Call me a clown when I struggle here, but it sounds like he's got a softball for me today, so maybe I will sluice this out. Then again, that tends to be the kiss of death. So, what do you got for me, Chadwick?
You got this. Okay, so we have a 2-page spread. A vehicle is black. You're getting kind of a side passenger profile, a little bit
Okay.
of a 3/4 in there with the passenger side, but you get what you get. One word at the top, unchallenged.
Hmm.
The new blank blank. And it has a list right under the photo of the vehicle. There's
Okay.
like a highlight list of features, if you will. I'm gonna start by engaging you with those. We
Oh
have
wow.
driver and passenger airbags,
Wow.
anti-lock disc brakes,
Mm.
theft deterrent key system,
Oh wow.
safety cage construction, a 6-speed transmission, 275 horsepower, on a price point of under $19,000.
Hmm.
Let me zoom in. I'm going to have to get intimate with this ad. Okay. We challenged every other sports car manufacturer in the world to try to match our new blank blank's vast array of standard driving and security features.
Hand security. Sure.
For even twice blank's price. No one could. Not Mazda, not Acura,
Mm.
BMW, or even Porsche.
Wow.
Except the people writing this ad would have probably pronounced that differently. Someday, the rest of the sports car world may build a car that measures up to the new blank, but that will be then. This is now. Trying
That's
to
it.
think. Yeah, that's all you get. Well, come on
Oh
now. You
boy.
got you got a you got horsepower. You got a
Hmm.
transmission. Called out some
Horsepower,
competition.
transmission, some competition.
Hmm?
Really horny for anti-lock brakes and what sounds like just like a pat ski. Um, 275 is an interesting number with a
Very
six
interesting.
speed.
Hmm.
No mention of. I mean, one car jumps into mind,
Okay.
which would be the LT1 powered, fourth generation F body Camaro. Because I do believe that was 275 horse, was available with a 6-speed manual, did have four-wheel disc brakes. GM loved to be like Eddie lock brakes.
Mm-hmm. They
Um,
would put it on their wheels.
dual
Yeah.
airbags.
Under 19
SRS.
under $19,000.
Right, at a price point. Safety cage construction is fuck. I mean, I guess that could be like, those had like a little bit space framey type shit with all the plastic and fiber components, the fenders and stuff.
Mhm.
If it's not this or it's stablemate, I've got a little I'm in a little bit of trouble because 275, it's I don't know, it's kind of a I don't know. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this is a 1995 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. Final answer, Bob.
Killer car, but that's not the car we're talking about today.
Okay. Hmm.
Your year is spot on.
Okay.
I don't
Is
want
it am I a badge engineering job away?
you're a one excitement rung lower on this ladder.
Sure. Sure.
Would you like to try
Lower?
again? Well, your guess was lower.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Fair. I was going to say because
Grab
I
another
think
excitement run.
Its stablemate truly does build
Yeah,
driving
let's
excitement.
hear. I want the trim though. Now that you pretty much know what it is.
So if
Give me
this is 95,
Mhm.
and we're talking price point, I think this has to be a 95 Pontiac Firebird Formula. Because I don't think, I mean, it could be a Trans Am, but then you got some extra bits and bobs. And coming in under 20 grand, I think that was the formula, after all, was to have the potent motor and cheap everything else. So let's do that. This is a 1995 Pontiac Formula. Pontiac Firebird
Unchallenged.
Formula.
Oh yes, unchallenged. You said Sunbird. Unchallenged. The new Firebird formula.
Yes, sir.
Cool. How did we not do a Firebird up until this point?
Any? We've never done any Firebird?
Never.
Unbelievable.
Look,
God.
dude.
The three spokes.
Oh, so good.
God. I mean, first off, they're atrocious. Secondly, I love them.
I think it's kind of they're kind of horrible, but also fucking cool.
They're impossibly 1995.
Yeah, the buttons.
That is the most 1995.
The exaggerated Pontiac buttons at the time, I love them.
Yeah, the round
I love them
BGM
so
buttons,
much. The chiclets,
the ridiculous bulbous steering wheel,
so
with
good.
like over boosted power steering.
Mhm. That motor didn't lie though. That was a good little power plant.
Those
there.
were actually like
that was
everyone's
quick.
like, oh, you got to get the LS1. You don't want the early ones. They're dogs. No, they're not, man. Those
No,
that LT1, the 275 horsepower LT1, still strong. I mean,
yes,
it's not a huge, massive power difference between that and the LS1. LS1's lighter. It's a better motor. I get it. But like, people talk about these earlier cars like they're not even worth considering to own. I would own the hell out of that
dude,
car.
I'd scoop
that
the
one right
shit
there,
out of one of these.
So
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who picked up, I believe it was a 96
Okay.
Camaro Z28. And you got it really cheap. It was silver, gray leather. You know what? I guess it was at 97 because it was the 35th anniversary.
Oh, makes
Or was
sense.
that 30th, 40th? Whatever anniversary.
It's in there.
30th. That's they call that math. And I remember thinking the same thing, and they just like like getting on the freeway, just did a clutch dump launch, and it's a huge burnout and ripped through the first like 3 gears. I was like, oh, this thing rules. Like I get it. I understand. It's speed at a price point and cheap materials and on and on and on. Terrible visibility, whatever you want to say. Still super cool. Like and that right there, like that's kind of the one I would want. Would be like the LT1, the Formula.
Yep.
Like
Stripper,
WS6
kinda.
is cool and all, but like there's something to be said for that particular car.
Dude, WS6 is like right before 2020 were like 6, 7, 8 grand. Now those are like 15
more.
to 20. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Give me the Formula.
I'll take a Formula absolutely with a manual. A lot of them are autos, unfortunately. But get yourself a 6-speed and Drop some rubber, baby.
Yeah,
Killer car. I
buddy.
can't believe I haven't done a Firebird yet. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Good job on
Um,
that one, man.
can I level with you? Can I be
Level it up.
honest? I have done absolutely no PCP. I've not.
It's not the
Well, I
first
mean,
time you've
sort
uttered
of.
those words.
I mean, if you listen to the last episode, you heard me rattle off a whole bunch of shit about the Xterra,
We did
me beating
PCP
my head against that wall.
in front of my house this weekend
Yeah,
on the
yeah. When
Xterra.
you're like unruining the timing like as you're supposed to be driving to a campsite and go
Yeah.
four wheeling in the thing you're adjusting the timing on,
Yep.
and you just go, well, I maxed it in the one direction and it runs better, and we're still way off, but here we are. Send it.
Send it.
So yeah, we got back for those, whatever, peeking behind the curtain here. We're only a couple of days since we got back from the adventure. If you have not listened to the last episode or watched, go check that out.
Check it out.
And yeah, A, I'm getting caught up in work before I go on a family trip, and B, I'm burnt. I got to get away from turning wrenches for a couple of days. So no, I've made no new progress ever since burning way too many hours, partially on ruining the Xterra and all the nonsense the prior owner did. How about you? Have you progressed on any project cars?
Sure. The ES300 or 93 manual, which is a joint venture between the two of us, the brain trust, if you will. So in the motor, doing valve covers, I did the plugs and wires recently, my friend. And
Ooh.
would you believe that our 130,000 mile Lexus is still on the original plugs? Because it was.
Okay.
Original plugs,
Awesome.
original wires. And they were like, what was the brand? It was like, I want to say
They're not Nippon Denso?
Yakazaki or something. It was an interesting brand. I looked it up and it was the original plug wire with those cars.
What's wild, especially with the
Yakuza,
plugs,
something. Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
wild
the
about the
plugs.
plugs is that car has been dealer service its whole life.
So, but to do the plugs on that car, you're pulling the intake manifold, which is surprising they didn't do it when they did the valve cover, except for I
Right.
saw how they did the valve cover and I'm like, kind of glad they
Lifetime
didn't touch
dealer service. Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't touch it. So anyway, the plugs in great shape, aged, but who knows, right? They replaced them with the OEM original, so it could have been done like 5 years after it was bought, right? Like there's no
Right.
reason not to know that, but they were the original OEM plugs. The tips were like really worn down, like an old plug that's been in there a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
That's my telltale sign because you can have all kinds of other things that age the plug or the whatever material or whatever brand they use. Different plugs age differently, but that tip being worn down is an indicator that it was in there for that mileage. So they were still running. The car runs pretty good. Plugs, wires changed over, way better.
Sure.
Yeah. NGK new wires, just even new wires, we're talking like even a technology difference, right? Than what was in the car from 1993. So
Do you think Machine Gun Kelly could get sponsored by NGK and then no longer be MGK and just go by NGK? And that'll be his new persona?
I'd like to tell you I stay awake often thinking about just that, but
Yeah.
no, I don't.
No, okay.
No, probably not.
I bet
solid,
he does, Mr. Kelly.
Solid question though. But yeah, just like the basics. Here's the thing on this car, like, yeah, sparks, plugs, and wires, whoopty shit. Like on most 4-cylinder cars, it takes me 15 minutes. This car is an endeavor. You are taking the intake manifold, and that
Yep.
I already described in the last episode. There's a lot of stuff going on with that intake manifold, let me tell you,
Yeah.
on this V6
Yeah.
model. But anyway, it's getting real good, dude, versus how it ran
Love it.
before. And it's in such
Yeah.
a condition that it deserves this level of treatment. I like, me, I'll pour this same effort into a $2,000 car, but I think this
Sure.
Lexus is super sweet. And just to put this kind of detailed touch and like
Yeah.
fix all the little teeny nuances that make it run a little better.
He deserves it.
Dude, this thing's gonna be so fucking mint when I'm done with it, bro. Like from a maintenance wise standpoint, how it drives and how it looks. It deserves it. It's such a cool car.
Yeah.
Such a
Hell yeah.
cool car.
Yeah. No, that'll be. It's funny. Like that's one where it's just like it'll be fun to see when we do move it on to its new home, whenever that is.
Mhm.
It'll be fun to see what we can get it for it.
Yeah, it's
Just to kind of like, because they don't like, it's such an unknown. It could be, we could be upside down. It could go for double what we're in it for. Probably somewhere in between. And it's not like we're doing this to like turn a profit necessarily, although that would be nice and it helps.
it would
helps.
be.
It helps makes make this sort of thing and what we're doing far more excusable to the ones we love. So,
Mhm.
um, it would
But
be nice.
but you make a good point. Like I've never seen one in this spec. I've never seen it documented in the wild. I've never seen a
Yeah, I
cloth
mean, just
manual, no
straight up
sunroof,
manuals are alone are hard to find, let alone cloth interior, no sunroof,
double
you know,
purple,
double purple. Yeah, it's
special,
a very unique
one
thing.
owner car before us.
Yeah.
All
So
kinds of good stuff.
it'll be interesting. It's kind of the one to have, so to speak, outside
Oh,
of
I
one
think
in the
so.
wrapper, but also like it was sitting there just like sitting on a huge Smaug dragon heap of cash waiting for one of these to come out of the woodwork. Basically zero people.
Hmm.
I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see, and then it'll be sad because like I love like a world where like I can have this like an excuse to make it my daily. I think that would
Oh,
be very
so
cool.
good. Yeah.
Um,
But
but
also
like
like doing the right thing, right? Like finding it, restoring it back to where it should be, and like
yeah,
it should be enjoyed, right? And it should be in a condition where someone doesn't have to take it apart again for a long time, right?
right,
Like
yeah,
it's in
and hopefully it'll go live in a garage somewhere or
yeah,
whatever, which I wouldn't be able to do. I'd be street parking it and shit, and then I'd feel bad. So like I don't.
yeah.
It's I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm glad it's in our lives.
Yeah, I'm glad too, man. And it's like our due service to like fix these kind of oddballs up because it's an odd one. It's an oddball of a common car, which I kind of get behind. I
Yeah.
think it's super cool, but just the spec sheet on this one is so goddamn unique. So
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm pumped. Yeah, I don't know where it'll go, but it'll go somewhere.
Good spec, bro.
Good
Yeah.
spec.
Yeah. Sick colorway.
Camry
Um,
spec, bro.
yeah. So very, very good. You got anything else before we close out here, sir?
No,
Put
let's
another one in the books.
shut it down, man. Just shut this
Shut it
shit down.
down. Let's go home. Um, hey, look what I just found.
Oh, is it a
Yeah.
10?
No, it's a one half.
Oh, ooh,
Um,
what the fuck?
I know,
What
right?
I'm looking at your background.
New
You're
York City.
good.
No, we're not freshly
Get the ro-
sponsored by
Didn't that-
Pace Picante sauce.
Yeah, that
Um,
advertisement ended with "Get the rope." Do you remember?
yeah,
So
yeah.
fucking
A little-
unhinged.
yeah. Little
Age
edgy.
well.
But you know what? Commercials were a little different in the 90s.
We were all a little different in the '90s, but yeah.
This is true. What do you want on your tombstone? Cheese and pepperoni. Anyways, no, we are not sponsored by Tombstone Pizza or Pace Picante sauce because
damn
we're
it.
not sponsored. The way we get paid, and by paid I mean struggle to even get Bush Light for us to drink on our After Dark episodes, is the same way that you get access to those After Dark episodes.
Mm.
We have a Patreon. You get almost nothing for your money, if I'm being real. Go check it out. Patreon.com/APA pod, APAPOD. And check it out. Roughly once a month, we put out an extra episode, which is way more unhinged. And we use the money from people giving us money in the Patreon simply to buy terrible, terrible adult beverages that we then drink on the pod.
And we take recommendations from said Patreons.
Yes, that's how we ended up with the Rainier.
Mhm.
Hat tip to Miles. You know who you are. Especially since I just said your name. So yeah, check that out. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram where we very rarely post. Or honestly, most important, just keep coming back here. That's kind of it. If you want to stalk me and the pictures I take of cars, that's at the photographer's garage on the things. Chadwick, where can people track you down and haunt you?
Oh, please do that. But definitely follow Frank for his photos. They're absolutely amazing. If you want to check out my YouTube stuff, Auto Obscure Garage, rescues, restorations, and reviews, that beautiful ES300 has started up. And there'll be some Xterra content from the great adventure we had. So I'll put some video stuff up there. It'll be kind of a good time. But
Throw some
again,
D's on it.
we love you guys. And we'll
We do.
see you in like a week or so. Take care, as always.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Just that. Get a rope. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's all about like 1990s commercials ending with lynchings.